This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
If you're a facilities manager at a warehouse and your HVAC system goes down, it can turn up the heat, literally. But don't sweat it, Grainger has you covered. Grainger offers over 1 million industrial-grade products for all your operations, including warehouse HVAC maintenance. And even better, they offer access to experts and fast delivery, so you and your warehouse can both keep your cool. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Halloween Podcast. I am your host, Lyle Perez. Today is October 11th, 2024, and it's episode 30 of our Haunted America series. That's right, I've done 30 episodes, well actually 29, because this is the 30th episode of Haunted America, where we are taking a wonderful tour around America, stopping at every state and talking about 10 different haunted locations. We have done a good portion of the states, but today we are headed to the Garden State, New Jersey, a place known for its beaches, its boardwalks, and the proximity to New York City. But hidden beneath the surface are tales of ghostly encounters, haunted towns, and legends that have been passed down for generations. Hold on to your seats for this one, guys, because New Jersey is probably my new favorite state for haunted locations. So dim those lights and let's journey into the heart of New Jersey. Our first stop takes us to one of New Jersey's most infamous paranormal sites, the Devil's Tree in Bernards Township. The story behind this eerie oak tree dates back to the Revolutionary War, though some say its dark history stretched back even further. According to legend, the tree was once the site of numerous lynchings, with its gnarled branches bearing witness to many tragic deaths. Some locals also believe that the tree was used by the KKK for their rituals, further cementing its haunted reputation. The most unsettling thing about the Devil's Tree is the reports of strange phenomenon that occur around it. People claim the tree is cursed, with anyone who tries to damage or cut it down meeting their disaster. Visitors have reported feeling an overwhelming sense of dread near the tree, and some say the ground around it stays warm even in the coldest months of winter. There's also the legend of the Sentinel, a mysterious black truck that appears out of nowhere to chase away anyone who gets too close to the tree at night. The Devil's Tree still stands today, its twisted branches casting long shadows over the fields, serving as a haunting reminder of New Jersey's darker past. Next, we travel to Mount Holly, where the Burlington County Prison Museum stands as a reminder of New Jersey's harsh justice system in the 19th century. Built in 1811, this prison housed everyone from petty thieves to notorious murderers until it closed its doors in 1965. With its imposing stone walls and cold cells, it's no wonder that it has earned a reputation for being haunted. One of the most well-known spirits is that of Joel Clough, a convicted murderer who was hung at the prison in 1833. Visitors often report hearing the sound of footsteps echoing through the empty corridors, while others have experienced sudden cold drifts in Joel's former cell. There are also stories of prisoners' cries and moans echoing through the building, as if the souls of those who died behind these walls never truly left. The Burlington County Prison Museum is open to the public for tours, and many who visit leave with stories of eerie encounters, making it a must-see destination for anyone interested in haunted history. No haunted tour of New Jersey would be complete without a stop at the Pine Barrens, one of the most mysterious and haunted areas in the state. Covering over 1 million acres, the Pine Barrens are home to dense forests, abandoned towns, and of course, the legend of the Jersey Devil. According to folklore, the Jersey Devil was born to a local woman named Mother Leeds in the 1700s, who cursed her 13th child, only for it to be born as a winged, hooved creature. The Jersey Devil has reportedly been sighted hundreds of times over the centuries, with stories ranging from terrifying encounters to strange animal mutilations. But the Pine Barrens aren't just home to the Jersey Devil. Visitors often report seeing strange lights moving through the trees and hearing eerie cries echoing through the forest. The ghost town of Bastow, once a thriving iron town, is said to be haunted by the spirits of former residents, adding to the region's outwardly feel. Whether it's the Jersey Devil or lost souls, the Pine Barrens remains one of New Jersey's most haunted locations. Next, we visit the Seabrook Wilson House, also known as the Spy House, located on the shores of Port Monmouth. Built in the early 1700s, the house originally served as a tavern and inn during the Revolutionary War. According to local lore, British soldiers would frequent the inn, unaware that the owner, Thomas Seabrook, was spying on them and passing along information to the Continental Army. This gave the house its enduring nickname, the Spy House. Over the centuries, the house has been home to many families, but it is also said to be haunted by the spirits of those who passed through its doors. Visitors often report seeing the ghostly figure of a woman looking out at the sea, believed to be the spirit of a sailor's wife waiting for her husband to return. There are also stories of shadowy figures moving through the hallways, and strange sounds emerging from the old walls at night. The Seabrook Wilson House is now a museum, offering visitors a glimpse into its storied past and perhaps a chance to encounter one of its lingering spirits. Our next stop is the Grand Flanders Hotel in Ocean City. Built in 1923, this beautiful seaside hotel has long been a popular destination for vacationers. However, beneath its elegant exterior lies a reputation for being one of the most haunted hotels in New Jersey. The most famous ghost at the Flanders Hotel is Emily, a spirit who is said to haunt the hallways and ballrooms. Emily is often described as a young woman in white. Guests and staff alike have reported seeing her wandering the halls late at night. Some claim to have heard soft music playing in the empty ballroom, or the sound of laughter coming from rooms that are unoccupied. There is even a legend that Emily was a guest at the hotel who tragically drowned nearby, and has been searching for peace ever since. The Flanders Hotel is still open today, offering luxurious accommodations and a touch of the paranormal for those brave enough to stay. Our next stop takes us to the seaside town of Asbury Park, where the Stephen Crane House stands as a relic of the past. Built in the late 1800s, this Victorian house was once the home of famed author Stephen Crane, best known for The Red Badge of Courage. While the house is celebrated for its literary history, it's also known for its ghostly activity. Visitors and caretakers of the Stephen Crane House have reported hearing footsteps on the creaky wooden floors, even when the house is completely empty. Some have claimed to see the apparition of a man, possibly Crane himself, wandering through the rooms late at night. The house's attic is also said to be a hotspot for paranormal activity, with people reporting strange sounds and cold spots. Whether it's the spirit of Crane or another former resident, the Stephen Crane house continues to be a point of fascination for both literary lovers and ghost hunters alike. The house is now a museum dedicated to Crane's life and work, offering tours that provide a glimpse into both its past and the paranormal. Located in the historic town of Flemington, the Union Hotel was built in 1814 and has played host to many famous guests over the years. However, its most notable moment came during the 1935 Lindenberg baby kidnapping trial, when the hotel became the headquarters for reporters covering the case. The hotel's long history and connection to such a tragic event have led to numerous reports of hauntings. Guests and staff have reported hearing the sound of typewriters clicking away, even though no typewriters remain in the building. There are also stories of shadowy figures roaming the hallways and the lingering smell of cigar smoke, perhaps from one of the many reporters who stayed there during the trial. Some say that the restless spirit of the man convicted of kidnapping the Lindbergh baby still haunts the area, as his fate was sealed not far from the hotel. Although currently closed for renovations, the Union Hotel remains a landmark for both historical and paranormal significance in New Jersey. The Proprietary House in Perth Amboy is the only remaining official royal governor's mansion from the original 13 colonies, which was built in 1764. This stately mansion was once home to William Franklin, the last royal governor of New Jersey, and the son of Benjamin Franklin. During the Revolutionary War, the mansion became a focal point for political intrigue and conflict, and over the years, stories of hauntings have emerged. One of the most famous legends associated with the Proprietary House is that of a servant girl who died tragically in the house. Visitors often report seeing her ghostly figure standing by the windows, gazing out at the streets below. Others have experienced doors slamming shut on their own, as well as unexplained cold drifts in certain rooms. Some believe the spirits of soldiers who passed through the mansion during the Revolutionary War still linger, especially in the basement, which once served as a makeshift hospital. The Proprietary House is now a museum, offering tours that delve into both its rich history and its ghostly tales.
This is a mini meditation guided by Bombas. Repeat after me. I'm comfy. I'm cozy. I have 0 blisters on my toes. And that's because I wear Bombas, the softest socks, underwear, and t-shirts that give back. One purchased equals one donated. Now go to bombas.com/listen and use code LISTEN for 20% off your first purchase. That's bombas.com/listen and use code LISTEN at checkout.
New markdowns up to 70% off are at Nordstrom Rack stores now. From perfect jackets to fresh kicks, there's always a score.
Why do I rack? All the dresses.
'Cause I always find something amazing.
'Cause a good deal feels so good.
Head to your Nordstrom Rack store to find major deals on everything you need for fall. Great brands, great prices. That's why you rack.
Next, we're on our way to Shades of Death Road in Warren County. With a name like Shades of Death Road, it's no surprise that this eerie stretch of road in Warren County has become the stuff of legends. The road's sinister name is said to date back to the 19th century, when violent robberies and murders plagued the area. Some even claim that the road was the site of several deadly skirmishes between settlers and Native Americans. Many who travel along Shades of Death Road today report strange and unsettling experiences. One of the most common tales is of a ghostly woman who is seen wandering the road late at night, her figure illuminated by passing headlights before vanishing into thin air. Others report seeing mysterious lights dancing in the nearby woods, and there are even stories of a strange mist that engulfs cars as they drive along certain sections of the road. Whether you are a believer of ghosts or not, there's no denying that Shades of Death Row is one of New Jersey's most unnerving locations. Our final stop is the Princeton battlefield, the site of one of the key battles of the American Revolution. Fought on January 3rd, 1777, the Battle of Princeton saw General George Washington leading his troops to victory against the British, a turning point in the war. But with the bloodshed and loss of life that occurred in these fields, it's no surprise that many believe the spirits of fallen soldiers still linger. Visitors to the Princeton battlefield have reported seeing the apparitions of soldiers dressed in Revolutionary War uniforms, marching across the fields. Some claim to hear the sound of musket fire and the clash of swords, as if the battle is still raging. The Clark House, which served as a field hospital during the battle, is said to be haunted by the spirits of soldiers who died there. Cold spots, disembodied voices, and the rare sight of a ghostly figure have all been reported by those who visit this historic site. The Princeton battlefield is now a state park, offering a place to reflect on the past and perhaps encounter a spirit or two from one of the most crucial moments in American history. And there you have it, guys. That is our look at New Jersey. We went to some eerie roads, some crazy battlefields. The Garden State has no shortage of ghostly encounters. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of the Halloween podcast, especially Haunted America, which we are going to all 50 states. We're more than halfway there, really, by now. So if you're enjoying the Halloween podcast, you're really digging these episodes, please consider leaving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts from. They do help. If you have any questions, comments, or want to suggest anything for a future show, go ahead, send me an email to halloweenpodcast@gmail.com. If you'd like to support the show, you can do it a couple of different ways, but one of the best ways is to go to our website, thehalloweenpodcast.com. Check out our merch store. We got a lot of cool spooky stickers, some postcards, a lot of Halloween podcast merch. So feel free and get on there, order some merch, and help us out. Don't forget to join us tomorrow as we continue Haunted America. Up next, we explore the ghostly history of New Mexico. Until then, I will see you later. Have a good night.